No, I'm very excited about this season.
This is a fantastic show, by the way. Congratulations. 7 seasons?
Yeah, it's HGTV's biggest show. And this season is amazing because, one, we're in Vegas, but two, the HGTV stars are working with celebrities and they've never met.
Oh my God.
I mean, just imagine, working with someone on a design project.
Hello.
I mean, a spouse is tough enough. So no, it's very exciting. It's a great show, lots of drama. It's just good TV.
I love it. I love good TV. I love you. I love what you bring to good TV.
Thank you.
I mean, we all fell in love with you with a Move That Bus.
Yes.
That actually I remember with my toddler, I'd say, move that table, move. And it was all because of you. Yeah. Do you get accosted? And I'm sorry.
Oh my God, everyone, that's what they yell. Like, instead of my name, they just yell, yo, move it, and I'm like, it's going to be on my stone. I guarantee it's like, but you know what? It's a great thing. That show, it changed a lot of lives, but it also changed my life because, everybody who worked on that show, I think, was different because we really did sort of turn a page for people. We also built a house in under a week, which is insane.
Unbelievable.
Like a working house. Like, what?
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I think there are some extra powers involved in that. It was wild.
Because when I did a renovation, I was like, I did this in a week. It's taking a year.
Well, I built a house for my mom. Like, it took 2 years, so trust.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was special.
Yeah.
Very special.
Yeah. So it's amazing. So you studied art and carpentry before doing TV?
Well, yeah. So I went to art school. Look, the one thing... my mom was a child psychologist, and so I went through every test known to man, right? And so very strong in the visuals, not strong in the verbals, which makes a perfect host.
100%.
So the one thing I was always good at was working with my hands and going to art, doing art. So I went to art school, paid my way by doing construction. I never really wanted to be a full-time, construction carpenter, but it was the one job I could go back to constantly.
Right.
And it's funny how when you stick to your authentic self, that was the reason I ended up getting a breakthrough with a show like Trading Spaces, because they needed a carpenter. I just happened to be sort of also, fairly funny, so it worked out.
I think it's true, though. I think when you are doing what is authentic to you, those things just keep coming back to you, right? They just keep coming back to you. Do you approach it differently now than you did 10 years ago? Yes.
I try and get other people to do it for me much more. I think I've learned a lot of how to take something on instead of look, on Trading Spaces, I went from building very high-end furniture to hey, what can you build me for $35? I need 5 pieces of furniture. I'm like, wow, okay, let's make it out of cardboard. So I learned how to be very resourceful, and I think in the design world, that's a real asset because you've got to find ways to save money somewhere. And so if you can be creative and use materials in a different way.
Well, isn't that in vogue now, upcycling stuff, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to say this is an original blah-de-blah-blah for a gazillion dollars.
Exactly.
I upcycled it for half a gazillion.
And I think there's a lot to that. Not only that, but when you find old things, especially old mirrors that have history and whatever, I think those things have a soul. They've had a past. And when you bring them into your house, it gives the house a feeling of being around a little bit more historic. And so that's the problem you run into, especially in a city with lots of apartments where you have a lot of drywall and sort of modern. How do you soften that up? And I think old things that are handmade, that aren't sort of just made in a conveyor belt, that's what brings a home to life.
I love that. So you are the offspring of a child psychologist.
Yes.
You have been open about your ADHD diagnosis.
Certainly.
Do you lean into it? Does it help you? Is it a?
Well, I don't think there's any other way to you have to lean into it. I mean,
because it's not going away.
It's not going away. Which I think anybody who's been in a relationship with somebody with ADHD would really hope it goes away at some point. But I think what we bring to the table is absolute chaos, which is what you led with. But the problem is you can go from extreme focus to absolutely extreme unfocus. And what's fun is when you're married to someone who also has the same attributes. So it's but you don't have to be so unforgiving when you didn't hear what they said because you just weren't paying attention. which seems to like the forgiveness is stronger.
That's right. Right. The forgiveness is stronger. Well, Ty, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a real treat.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Truly. Make sure to check out Rock the Block. Airs Mondays on HGTV and streams on HBO Max.